is Dee Dee Ellis, and I'm the Executive Director of Kids Hub Child Advocacy Center. Before I became the Executive Director of Kids Hub, I worked as a therapist. One of the things I loved about being a therapist and working with the population of children that had been abused was that I knew I was making a difference one life at a time, that I was impacting change. But I also knew that one kid at a time was going to take a long time. And so when motivated to start the Child Advocacy Center in Hattiesburg, what I saw it as an opportunity for was to create change and impact, not just one kid at a time, not just one family at a time, but system change and ultimately change within a community. Over the last 7 years that Kids Hub has been open, we have served tons and tons of children, and last year alone we served over 900 children and gave them the opportunity to feel heard, supported, and protected.
My name is Riley Heron, and I'm the Forensic Interview Coordinator here at Kids Hub Child Advocacy Center. As a forensic interviewer, it is my job to listen with children who have allegations of abuse and neglect. We do this in a child-friendly setting and in a non-leading, unbiased way. We do it at the request of law enforcement and CPS. Our hope is that when children come into our space that they feel heard, supported, and protected.
So the purpose of a forensic interview is to help prevent children from having to share their experience multiple times with multiple different types of professionals. So what we want to avoid is children having to share their experience in a law enforcement office or having to share their experience at a CPS office. Instead, they're able to come to our child-friendly setting that has been designed and decorated just for them so that they can feel comfortable, they can feel safe, and they have an opportunity to talk about whatever it is that they need to talk about. Once children have completed their forensic interview and had an opportunity to share about any abuse or maltreatment they have experienced, they get an opportunity to select a teddy bear that they get to take home with them. Teddy bears are not only a comfort item for the child, but they're also a reminder of the courage that they exhibited while in our building. These teddy bears are given to us by donors just like you, and it's another opportunity to support us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Hillary Gannon, and I am the Family and Victim Advocate Coordinator here at Kids Hub CAC. So really, our job is super simple. It's to make sure that the family, the non-offending caregiver of the kid, comes in and feels comfortable and safe and supported. So really what we do is handhold the caregiver through the whole entire process. That means from the beginning all the way to the end with a hopeful conviction. Our job is also to make sure that medical and mental health referrals get sent out for the kid, for the family, and everybody involved. We also make sure that we do continuous follow-up phone calls all the way through the process to make sure that the family has everything that they need or could need in the future. So an important part of the Family and Victim Advocate is to ensure that the kids also receive follow-up services. Because the thing that we know is that a healthy, happy child turns into a healthy, happy adult. Thank you so much for your continued support for Kids Hub CAC. This goes to ensure that kids, their non-offending caregivers, and their support system receive the services that they so deserve to become healthy, happy adults.
Hi, my name is Angelique Smith, and I am the MVT coordinator here at Kids Hub Child Advocacy Center. As the coordinator over the facilitators, we just kind of facilitate how the team handles all of our child abuse cases. And so what that looks like is we facilitate those case reviews where we discuss all the child abuse cases just to ensure that no case falls through the cracks. And then we also just kind of follow up with law enforcement and CPS and all of our different investigative agencies to ensure that there are no cases being missed. And then the people that sit on our teams include, of course, law enforcement, CPS, our district attorney's office, youth court representatives sit on our team, mental health, and then our medical providers. I think that facilitation is also important because not all of the cases make it to trial. Sometimes there's not enough evidence for there to be any type of conviction. And so we kind of help with overseeing and making sure that we're at least putting services in the home. So despite that there's no arrest being made, we can still have those conversations surrounding mental health and medical and things like that. And then also our facilitation kind of helps with making sure that our cases are strong enough for prosecution purposes. So making sure that we're not missing something, making sure that we, if the child received a medical exam, we have those medical results, and law enforcement has those, district attorney's office has those, just everything that we can put together to make that case stronger. We want to make sure that we're doing it. Along with the case management process, of course that includes the case review process, so it's just talking about those cases during case review, and then also keeping up with those cases in our database. So any case that meets the team protocol for services, we implement those into our database system, and then we routinely pull reports on those cases just to ensure that the team is following protocol. And then if they're not following protocol, we just kind of follow up with that, and then we kind of put some systems and some trainings into place just to ensure that moving forward we're following protocol and children and families are receiving services.
The number of kids that come through our door each and every day, each and every month, each and every year is growing in number. And not all the kids and families that leave here have the best outcomes. So not every case is prosecuted, not every alleged offender is arrested, not every kid accesses the necessary follow-up services to help them on that journey of healing. But our job at Kids Hub, we feel like, is to facilitate those opportunities. Like we said, to facilitate the opportunity to feel heard, supported, and protected. But we can't do it alone. As a nonprofit, we rely on funding from a multitude of sources, both private and public partnerships. And you have the opportunity to join us in the private sector and help make sure that the next 900 kids that walk through our door have the same opportunity to feel heard, supported, and protected.